Hey y'all, here we are. We breaking the silence another day. So I didn't get to record the court situation, the court date like I wanted to because I thought about it and there are times where you can't record. So that's one. And number two is I thought about the other people that are there. I didn't want to put them at risk or danger. I want to be respectful of all the people going through this difficult time and situation. So I recorded as much as I could, which is not much. Basically just outside the building, me walking in and me coming out. But for the most part, court went really good. I'm glad that this part is over with. There is still the good part about it is that there's still no contact. So that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful for me. Um, I feel like at this point, I went into court with a different type of confidence, a different type of trust. I really trusted God. Um, I took a lot of deep breaths. I brought a book for the first time so that I could help myself calm down. I felt myself getting a lot of getting a lot of nervousness. So I read my book, took deep breaths. I prayed, and not only did I prayed in the spirit. It may have not been out loud, but I was praying in the spirit. So God definitely heard me. um Once court started, and they started late. Um Once court started, I was kind of in my book and kind of out, but eventually I put my book down to observe what was going on in the court so I can know how to behave, I can know how to move. So I was really trying to work on controlling my mood and my emotions in court because I know that I tend to get a little angry. And when I say a little angry, I probably mean a lot. And you can see it on my whole face. Like I go from like 0 to 1,000. So I try not to do that this time. um, yeah, controlling, self control, having more self control. So, like I said, there's still no contact in effect. I believe he has a fine, and he has like 14 days to pay it. Um, Possibly 6 months of jail time hanging over his head. First, they offered me. They was just like he'll have about 90 days, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna do. I'm just like, that's not gonna do. This is decisions he decided to make. So no, 3 months. Cause I know some people like, oh, that ain't nothing. I can do that. And I'm like, no. I thought about. I'm like, let's bump it up a little bit. And that's still me being nice. So 6 months of jail time hanging over his head. 12 months probation, anger management classes, domestic violence classes, and substance abuse classes. So that's good. I really think that this should help. Everybody needs to educate themselves on these things so that they won't repeat the same behavior in cycles. So that's basically what happened. But there was a moment in court where his mother, she thought she really, y'all listen. This woman really thought she was going to sit in court with him. Nobody's allowed in court but the people involved, which is the offender and the victim, or how plaintiff, defendant, however you want to say it. She walked herself in there, hugged, kissed this man in the mouth, came and sat by him, put her arm around him. And I sat there for a minute and I was just like, that's some audacity right there. And I was going to let it go on, but no, I didn't. I decided, I raised my little hand. I said, excuse me, officer, are we supposed to have other people in the court? And he was like, no, I was wondering what that was about. I'm like, yeah, that's an extra person. Thank you. And so he walked her right on out that courtroom. And she smiled at me the whole time she was walking out. And guess what I did? I smiled at her back because I was happy to see her get out. You are not going to disrupt this court. And you are not going to exercise rights that you do not have. So that's what we wasn't going to do. I could have let it go on, but I decided not to. So being bold, being confident, because I think that was a setup. I think that was a setup for real. They was trying to see me get out of character. Because I looked, that's what I said, I observed this time when I went to court. There was a person who had it was a lot of people. We was one of the last few that went. So there was a guy, he was getting ready to ask a question, but I guess he changed his mind. And so he raised his hand. And like I said, the officer came to him and he was just like, I have a question. Should I just yell it out? He said, no, I wouldn't suggest that. So trying to conduct yourself in a appropriate manner. So that's how I knew to raise my hand and conduct myself properly so that I wouldn't lose my case or make myself look crazy. So that's some things that happen in court. And like Bizzle said, we take no L's, honey. We ain't taking no L's. Not in the courtroom, we not. So y'all get ready. This is just one of many steps. We're not taking no L's in this courtroom. I mean what I say. So see y'all later.